we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were two sides of the same coin. I always wanted something like this, comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit each other's life no more, and we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt.
All right, well, welcome. So it's a new setup. Something happened. Let me fix this. Something happened to my the other night when I was doing my video podcast. I got click happy, and I don't know what happened, but yeah, I did something funky where when I was using both computers, it was playing on the audio on my laptop as well as in my headphones, and so it was making a weird loop, I guess. And so this is just from my laptop today, so I'm trying that out. It looks like it's working pretty well, so I had to sit here and redo a bunch of stuff. But here we are, doing our thing. We're gonna do some jury charts today. Get my drink on. We're doing some jury charts today. If you're new to the stream or just joining us, what I do is what you see on your screen is my vertical notes from EV360. We do 6 different sections. Each section has 5 takes, and those 5 takes are done at varied speeds. Today we're going through 80 through 120. And so, hey Heather, how are you? Man, I can't really hear myself that well on my headphones. But hopefully you guys will be able to hear just fine. That's probably something on my end. So yeah, I redid the whole take up new music and all that stuff. Hopefully this is just the way I'm going to have to do it until I figured out what I did wrong on my other one. So we're gonna do it like this. So my laptop should be able to handle it. That was my biggest fear, is that my laptop wouldn't be able to handle all the things going on at once. But looks like it is. So that's a good thing. So welcome. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Sorry I was out yesterday. Again, I was having some problems with the computer, and then I had to go take care of some personal stuff, and so that just kind of ate at my day. And but here we are, doing our thing. So I'll make it up to you guys. And also, I'm going to start streaming. I'm going back to 9. Excuse me. Excuse me, man. I am going to be trying to go back to 9 to noon for my stream time. So I'm going to go back to mornings since the kids are going to school, back to school full time. That's what we're going to start doing now. So hope everyone's doing well. It's been cold out there. Is it cold in your neck of the woods? In mine, it has. We have freeze warnings, which is crazy. So, yeah. Yep. Back to 9 to 12. I have a new scenes and stuff, so I'm gonna have to put it in there. I just kind of rushed and put this together so that I can get this party started. So we do have a lot of things going on, and hopefully everything's taken care of. I did my video podcast today for the first time, and Murphy's Law, everything that could go wrong went wrong, and so I'm just gonna start doing it off my laptop, and hopefully that will run everything, and it should. To be honest with you, it should. So here we go. All right, guys. So without further ado, my setup's a little different. So this is on my main computer now, on my main screen, my camera thing, and my laptop's to my right, and that's where all the programs and stuff is at. So we'll just do it that way real quick. All right. Here we go. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. I got to test something real quick. All right. So that is working. 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 I don't know if you guys can see that or not. If you can, sorry. I had to test that out. And I got the noise back, so I guess I don't have to deal with that. All right. Enough said. Here we go. Yeah, you guys can see. I can see on my screen now. So sorry, I just had to test that out real quick. I forgot to. All right, here we go. So we're going to do section 1, take 1. This is going to be at 80 words per minute. Here we go.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence.
Okay. For some reason, it is not reading into my vertical notes. So just give me 1 second, please. I want to make sure that my computer is at least reading my... Heather, thank you for the stars. Thank you. Okay, so that's working. Thank you so much, Heather. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Jeez, I'm so sorry for this cough. Okay, so let me do this real quick. Sorry, I apologize. I didn't know that was not going to work. So let me log back in. And hello to everyone watching. I do see when people are watching. Welcome. Feel free to chat. It is up and going. So feel free to join. I do see you guys' chat to see you guys going. So, yeah, so many issues. Chat. There's Christina. How are you? How's the weather up where you're at, by the way? You're up in cold country. There we go. All right, so now it's there. Now it's there. All right, let's try this again. Section 1, take 1. This is going to be at 80 words per minute. This is it's not two voice Q&A. This is a jury charge. And if you're watching and a student, by all means, break out your writer, practice along. Here we go. And I just now I'll click it.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you.
All right. Applicable. I'm trying to see if there's a And we got a rainy in Georgia, going to Chicago Thursday. Snowing. Oh man, I do like Chicago. I like to go visit. My wife's family's from there, or well, Indiana, real close to it. But she has an aunt that lives in Chicago. I can never live there. I like to visit though. What was I asking? Oh, applicable. Even though I can't even say it right. Applicable. There it is. I knew somebody would. And just for instance, I'm not going off of any notes today. So I'm pretty proud about that. I'm pretty proud of that. PLIBL. I knew there was something. Because I was writing out applicable. So that's going to be a lot better. PIL. Yeah, so I'm trying to go off of no notes today. Man, that my microphone seems to be. Is my voice super loud? Because I haven't adjusted my mixers yet. So let me do that. Let me look at this real quick. Let me just do some adjustments here. Monitor off. Monitor. All right. Oh, that's not working. All right, how about that? No. There we go. Just went real quiet. Okay, is it back now? Let me just turn this back up. All right, I'm going to turn it back up full volume. All right. As long as I'm not blowing your guys' eardrums out, I'm good with that. And as far as the audio and everything else goes. And you guys can hear because I have to readjust all my settings. You guys can hear the audio coming through as far as when I press the the dictation. Is that coming through loud and clear, or is that volume low as well? Yeah, I had to hook everything up to my laptop. Can hear audio too. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do it. Take 2. This is going to be at 90 words per minute.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you.
Oh, closing arguments. I forgot. It's there it is. So, closing arguments. KLAR. Well, it's like arguments, but clarments. If that makes any sense. Clarments. And then rules of law. Is that for me? Yeah. Mine plays off of argument. So that's arguments. Argument. And then closing arguments is that for me, and opening arguments is that for me. I'm sorry, not opening arguments. Opening statements is I forget what it was now. I don't know why I put that up there. Ignore that. Ignore that, please. Oh man. All right. Well, I should probably lock that. Good times. Good times. Someone had told me that one of my friends that I need to start looking at the camera a little more. Than I look at my screen when I'm talking instead of looking at the camera. So I'm trying to work on that. Hi, camera. All right, here we go. 100 words per minute. This is section 1, take 3 at 1. Maybe. I got to click on it. There we go. Maybe. Well, I lost my internet.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you.
Sorry about that. I don't know, weird internet spike. I was just kind of watching it, and all of a sudden it started playing. So, all right, we're back at it. I lost all my bandwidth, but I'm plugged right into the router, so that my laptop, because usually my laptop is not plugged into the router, but it's the modem, but it's plugged into it now. It's plugged into it now, so it seems to be working well. Just that weird internet spike, but we're back at it again. Let's see. Feeling good today. No notes. And I haven't really referred to anything, so that's nice. Except for the applicable. So that was nice. All right. Let's see where we're at. Section 1, take 4. We're going to do it at 110. But let me check something real quick. I'm trying to see which one of these. Make sure this wasn't... All right, that should be better. I had messed with my microphone the other day, too, because I was talking to two people. We're sharing it. So now it should be where it belongs. I'm so unprepared. So unprepared. All right, section 1, take 4. We're going to do this at 110. I apologize if you're going to keep hearing me sniff and clear my throat. So I'm a professional, don't worry. All right, 110, here we go.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you.
Man. All right. It's feeling pretty... Give me a second. It sucks. So... For those of you watching and are new court reporting students, and matter of fact, one of these days I'm going to have to go live and live stream my first live stream. And it's quite amazing the practice has been doing that. 60 was rough for me. And now here I am keeping up at 110, 120. So if you are a student that's watching and are hitting a plateau or struggling, the struggle is real. But also, you getting fast and you getting better is more real. More realer. It's more gooder. So, keep practicing, guys. Keep practicing. You guys will get better and faster. I am documented living proof of that. So, I will have to go back to my first stream and look at it when I was a noob streamer. So, and some of you have been there since the beginning. I know Christina's been there since the beginning. So, yeah, good times. She's an OG. She's an OG. All right, let's do this. 120. Here we... Oh, I'm going to press the wrong... I'm so used to muscle memory going to that screen. All right, here we go. 120.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you.
That was a little tough, I'm not gonna lie. I was boasting. I was talking. 120 is still pushing it for me, but I like it. I like that I can almost keep up. I know there was a kind of a huge drop there, but I just dropped it and went to where it was at so that I wouldn't lose the whole thing. Drop 2 to save 7. Drop 2 words to save 7. All right. Man, feeling good today. Except, well, writing I'm feeling good. I feel good anyway. Just, what is ever going up here? Just congestion, just hanging out. Ugh. Cool notice, Saturday, I'm picking up a puppy. I'm getting a puppy. I'll have to post a little video that I got from the foster mom. That is of her rolling over and stuff. Her name's going to be Ruth. Ruth, little puppy named Ruth. And I'll post it on thank you, Christina. And I'll post a picture of her on my my Facebook. So you guys check it out. Little Ruth. I passed 2. I didn't post a picture of the other one. So, yeah, I passed 2. I passed a jury charge and I passed a Q&A. So, I need to get out of the 80s and into the hundreds in order to move on. So, that's what I'm kind of been pushing these 2. So, yeah, I did pass 2. One was a 2 minute, and I can't remember which one, to be honest with you. One was a 2 minute, one was a 3 minute. So, at 80. I can't remember which one's which, to be honest with you. So, but yeah, I did. So thank you. I passed 2. Pretty stoked about that. Slowly but surely, I'm getting there. Next week is test rally, so I can just jump to 5s, and hopefully I'll get out of the 80s. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me do this real quick. Because I've been talking about this puppy. I'm super excited. The kids are super excited for it. Let me just post it on here real quick. Because I'm super excited for this. Oh, there it goes. There she is. Okay, I'm posting it now. I passed 5, Christina. 5. I just need to go back to where I was at. 1 second. There it is. Yeah, so I have to pass 5. And when I say 5, basically it's I have to pass it at minute increments. So I have to pass it 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute. Then I move on to the next. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. But during test rally, I can just skip to wherever I'm at. I only have to pass 1. Excuse me. I only have to pass 1 at 5 minutes. Yeah. Only have to pass 1. All right. I'm running my mouth talking about dogs and stuff. So let's move forward. All right. Section 2, take 1. We're going back down to 80 words per minute. Here we go.
If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant.
All right. Anybody got a shorter brief for allegations? I'm two-stroking allegations. Allegations. Hi, Mom. Look, everybody, it's my mom. Hi, Mom. It's my mama. How you doing, Mama? How's the weather up there? Up in the... Okay, so AELGS. I like that. Let's see if I can remember that one. All right, let's do 90 words per minute. Here we go.
If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant.
Man, I like that. Allegation. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Well, can you do the Z? Grab that Z. Allegations. Would that work for you, Christina, or would that be a conflict? Oops, I'm missing the S. That's awesome, Mom. We had a freeze warning here last night, so it was pretty cold. Pretty cold. Yeah, I think if you want to do allegations. Christina, would that be a conflict? Just throwing that out there. That's nice. That's nice. I was chit-chatting with my brothers the other night. You just figured, yeah. And if that happens, I know I'll know if I grab it or not. So, and then if I don't grab it at all, at least in the transcriptions, I'll know that. Well, that needs to be plural, depending on what you're talking about. Unless it's one charge, it'll be an allegation. So, yeah, I was chit-chatting with my brothers the other night. It was good to see them. A little Zoom meeting with the bros. I tried to have them on for my video podcast, but that didn't work out. I'm going to try it again, though. I think I got it figured out where I can just do it on one thing. All right, Mom, I'll see you later. Love you. You know you made it when your mom watches your stream. Next level. I am happy, though, it's getting cold enough where I can wear my whole jogger outfit comfortable. I was really upset, though, because I was wearing this. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts. And I was painting a wall, and they bumped it. But you know what? I don't care. I still like it. So, you put... I think it's just easier for me just to grab the Z for allegations. It just seems more better for all you English nerds out there. It's more better. You're welcome. All right. Enough chit chat. Let's do this. 100 words per minute. Here we go.
If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant.
I got lost right in the middle of that. Right in the middle of that. I don't know. My mind was not concentrating enough. It's weird. I was right in the middle of that, and it just went boop. We're going to think about freaking roller coasters right now. I don't know. I did post a picture of the puppy on my Facebook, though, just in case any of you want to drool over how awesome she is. And I'm pretty sure you're going to see her on stream, too, because I can't help myself. All right, 110. Here we go.
If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant.
Man, not going to lie. I don't want anybody to freak out, but I guess I'm not going to freak out. 100%. I just thought I saw a spider crawling across my rider. Sorry. Better not crawled in there. Oh, there you are. Was a spider on my rider. Jesus. I could have died. Jesus. Yeah. I know, right? Now I'm going to burn my house down. That was a small guy. I don't know where he went to. It didn't look poisonous, but I could be wrong. I'm not a spider expert. We did have some scorpions in the house, though. That's a big thing. I found a couple in the garage and one actually in the house. So I called the bug guy. He sprayed. I haven't seen really any since then. Yeah. Sorry, but there's a spider. All right. Well, on a good note, too, by the way, I did get the part in for my Peloton. And I don't know if you guys remember, but they were supposed to send somebody to come put the seat on. Otherwise, I'd void my warranty. And so we were trying to, we were waiting patiently. And it was like 2 months out before somebody can come from Vegas to install the seat. I kid you not. From that bolt that I stripped. So anyway, we got a hold of somebody, and someone called us from Texas and said that they're going to have to reschedule because they no longer have any employees or any delivery people in Vegas. So that kind of sucked. And so my wife talked to them, and they said, as an employee of Peloton and a Peloton user, by all means, replace it yourself. So I replaced it myself finally. So there's that. 120. Here we go. Just running my mouth.
If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant.
All right, that was a little fast for me. I felt good though. I just dropped it right in the middle. Just dropped it like it's hot. Dropped it like it's hot. All right. So we'll be right back. We're going to take a quick break. That was 2 sections. And I'm going to try to remember not to run my mouth so much to get through this. But, it's a good day. It's a Tuesday. We're just going to keep pushing through and do our thing. So we'll be right back. Get up, drink, stretch some water. Bye.
Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were 2 sides of the same coin. I always wanted something like this, comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Is there something on your mind? You say that it's alright, but I can tell that's a lie. Never thought that it'd be like this. No, I can't stand the silence. Lately it's so hard to find. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. Yeah, we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were 2 sides of the same.
All right, back at it. Back at it. So yeah, I even changed the song. It's the same artist as that last song I played most of the time on my thing. I think it's Sleeping Lion. Sleeping Lion, I think that's who the artist is in that song. And the one I had on my stream before. All right, Heather, we'll see you later. Thank you. All right, section 3, take 1, 80 words per minute. I'm trying to see if are my chats popping up on the are chats popping up? Let me see. On the screen there. Huh. Interesting. Oh, let's see that they are. I see them over here to the right, but that's weird. All right, so let me do this real quick. All right. This is how pro status I am. I'm going to put it on as we're talking. All right, now let's try it. It's weird that it's not. Interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me Okay, that's right. That's crazy. Huh. I don't know why it's doing that. I apologize. Interesting. I wonder. All right, let me get rid of this completely. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I apologize. I know that this is a. Let me put this over here. It's kind of a. All right, so let me test this. All right, so that's working. I just don't know why the chat box is not working. Huh, okay, so it's boxed. That is crazy. I don't know how that's not working. Oh, you guys are watching me just mess around here. Drop an F in chat. That's crazy. Well, I guess it's something else I got to figure out eventually. It must be something in my settings. Just bear with me 1 second. I apologize. We'll get this figured out. Weird. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I apologize. It's new. It's all new. It's all new. So I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Huh. I guess I can Google it. It's a learning process. Please bear with me. You guys are awesome, by the way, just for hanging out. I promise I'm going to get this figured out. I have to Google it real quick because it's kind of annoying. I want you guys to be able to see all that stuff. That's not the right one. Sorry, guys. So sorry. Let's log out. Promise you, if I don't get this figured out in like a minute, I'm gonna keep on going. Let's see. Huh. I don't know, guys. I'm so sorry that it's not popping up for you guys to see. Because there's other people who are watching on, if they're watching on a different stream feed, then they're not going to be able to see it. All right. All right, one more chance here, and then we're going to... Okay, let me pop up one thing, and then we're going to get going. So just give me 1 second. I have to pull up my Discord and ask the question. And then we're going to keep going. So you guys are awesome. Thank you for being patient. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. You guys are amazing. Sorry. All right. Oops, don't want that over there. All right. I sent a help message out. Let's keep this party going. Section 3, take 1. Here we go.
It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true.
All right. Does anybody have any admitted, one word brief for admitted? Sorry, I'm just looking at the answer. Well, there it is. How'd that happen? I guess they're helping me out more than I want. Look, there it is. I'm so happy. Also, I changed it so the chat stays up, by the way, so it doesn't disappear. So admitted is DMITD. HDMI. I like that. I like that a lot. Oops. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. I'll tell you what, when people talk about if they're going to use OBS itself or Streamlabs OBS, which I use, man, the customer service is great with Streamlabs. I went into the Discord server and I went to the Discord server. Oh, okay, I'm not going to miss that right now. Sorry, I just clicked on something I shouldn't have. Oh my goodness, what did I do? Make it worse. All right, there it is. They all popped up. Perfect. All right, I don't know what they did, but they have some moderators and stuff that actually monitor the Discord server. And you ask a question, and boom, look at that. I don't know what he did. He explained it, but I'm going to worry about that later. So we're going to keep going. I'm super happy now. You guys can see it. All right, section 3, take 2. Here we go.
It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true.
Stipulated. I'm two-stroking that. Stipulated. Actually, 3. There was another one. It was got admitted. Thank you, Debbie, by the way. Look at this. Let me look at the script here. There was a second part. There's another word I was looking at. STIPD. I like that. Like it. You guys are awesome. I'm on fire today. Oh, also, if you need sworn testimony, I actually remembered this one. Sworn testimony. And admitted. Is there? You guys have one for admitted? That was the word I was looking for. Did I already ask that? Oh, I already asked it. Never mind. Ignore me. There's admitted. What was the other one I was asking about? Stipulation. So that's stipulated. And stipulation, I'm assuming it can be this, maybe? Yeah, agreed. That's what it was. STIPLGS. Stipulation. Oh, STIT. Okay. I guess that works off the same way. Awesome. Yeah, agreed was the other one. Without looking it up. Because I'm just doing it two-stroke. AGD, maybe? Let me look. Now I'm curious. GRED. Yeah, there's two. I have GRED and GR. There. Perfect. I like that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let me close some things out. Hey, Jillian, how are you? Ooh, agreed too. Nice. Okay, I'll try to remember that one. I don't have my notebook out because my whole desk is just. I used to have room, but I had to like quickly determine or quickly make something up. So I have my keyboard, my laptop. So I have like no space to write anything down with. So we're going to go off memory here today. Hopefully I can reinforce it. Stipulated, stipulation, and agreed to. All right, 100 words per minute. Here we go.
It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true.
I don't even know what to do with that. Oy vey. Oy vey. That one was rough. Probably because I'm trying to get all the new things I just learned in, so it's just playing with my mind. Carrie, welcome to the stream. Thank you for watching. Chat is open if you want to chit chat. If you want to follow along. We're doing some jury charge today. All right, section 3. I know, right? Jeez Louise. 110. That's where we're at. Sorry, here we go.
It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true.
That last part is what is killing me right now. Yeah, I'm fine up to that last part. I'm fine to that last part. I don't know why I keep moving not so centered. I'm trying. I need to try to look at the camera. I got to keep remembering that. I'm too busy looking everywhere else. I do kind of like this new format, though. Is the vertical notes section is pretty big now, right? You guys can read that a lot better. I feel like you should. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But I feel like that's bigger. Like easier to read. All right, let's do 120. It's a lot better. Nice. Okay, cool. And I'm actually kind of happy that my laptop is actually doing pretty well. Running this program, running all the things together. It's holding up. And I'm really quite happy about it. Tell you the truth. That I don't have to worry about 2 PCs streaming anymore. As far as this portion goes, if I try to play a game, that might not be that might not be bueno. All right, here we go. 120.
It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true.
That last part's brutal. 'Tis brutal. see where all this stuff's at. I know I'm gonna probably most likely move stuff around as we go. I kind of like where it's at right now. There's my alert box. Sweet. Sorry, I'm just trying to get all this refigured out. And the easiest way to do it is to do it while it's live. But you guys are awesome, and so I'm able to do that. Between the I was whoops, there it is. I looked at it, Debbie. I'm like, oh, what's the D in there for? Between the okay, I'm gonna see if I can get that going too. I am liking how this is looking out. Pretty good day. I am pretty happy about this. What's going on here? I've dropped a couple of frames, but it's not bad. It's been pretty consistent, so I'm all right. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and doing this and bearing with me as I go through here. All right, section 4, take 1, 80 words per minute. Here we go.
Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice.
Huh. It's a pretty rough one. Not a rough. There's a lot going on that one, too. A lot going on with that one. Look at that real quick. Call your attention. Okay. Man. That's a good one, Debbie. Thank you. Oh, function. That's what I was going to ask. I think that's it. Let me look it up. If this one's hilarious. Oh, you guys can't see it the way I'm doing it. Oh, well. Function. F-U-K-Z. Dying. F-U. See, this is the other one too, because my NK function. My NK is this. Oops. NK. So it's also telling me to do function. Yeah. But that one just seems easier. All right. Hilarious. Cracking myself up. All right, here we go. 90 words per minute.
Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice.
Call your attention. I hesitate on that word because I want to make sure I try to drill that one home. Call your attention. Yeah, it does. Oh, yours is this way? F-U-K-Z? It's hilarious, though. Spelling that out, what it spells. All right, 100. Here we go.
Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice.
Otherwise. Why can't I get that one in my head? Oh, wait. OIS. Yeah, that's what I had. Or OIZ. One of those two. Okay. OIZ. All right, here we go. 110.
Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice.
I'll tell you what. Oops, that appears wrong. Debbie, that call your attention brief saves the day on this one. Saves the day. Saves the day. I like it. Let me see here. Glad you guys joined me today, by the way. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I needed this. I needed to socialize with you guys. All right, here we go. 120. Let's do this.
Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice.
Yeah, buddy. 120 felt good on that one. Felt bueno. Felt so bueno. All right, that was section 4. We're going to move to section 5. Take a quick break. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out. We'll be right back.
Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were two sides of the same coin. I always wanted something like this, comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. Fingers into other's life no more. We don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Is there something on your mind? You say that it's alright, but I can tell that's a lie. Never thought that it'd be like this. No, I can't stand the silence. Lately it's so hard to find. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were two sides of the same coin. I always wanted something like this, a comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Is there something on your mind? You say that it's alright, but I can tell that's a lie. Never thought that it'd be like this. No, I can't stand the silence. Lately it's so hard to find. And fingers interlock.
All right. Almost made it. I think that song's a lot shorter than my last one. All right. Moving on to section 5. 80 words per minute. This will be take 1. Here we go.
Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
All right. I think that's right. Again, sworn testimony was in there again? There's sworn testimony. I'm trying to think what else was in there that was. We could brief it out. Produce them. I used produced. I think that's what I can do for produced. Judicially, so I use JURBL because this is judicial, so I just follow up with that second stroke. Credibility, KREBLT. All right, I think that's all of it. I find my mouse now. What screen is it on? Oh, it's on the screen. So let's move back to this screen here. Boom. All right, section 5, take 2. This is going to be one stroke. I like that. Let's see if I can remember that. Thanks, Deb. All right, 90 words per minute. Here we go.
Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
Yeah, I think I misstroked a couple things in there, but readable. Readable. Very much readable. I keep scooting over. I don't know if I'm going to keep leaning like this. Maybe I should just move this bad boy over. All right. That works better. It keeps me centered. Professional. Gotta keep myself centered. And look at the camera occasionally. Oh, good times. Good times. Oh, man. Hey, Michelle, Brooke, and Justin, thank you guys for the follow. Man. See this recent follower thing up here at the top of the screen? I think that's just for Twitch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide it. I'm going to hide it. Because if that's not going to work for Facebook, then I don't want it up there. Boom. Boom. All right. 100 words per minute. Here we go.
Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
Nice, nice, nice. Let me get rid of all this crap right here. All right. There's a text from Walmart saying my substitutions are ready to be reviewed. All right. How's everyone liking this one, by the way? This is not a whole lot of like multiple word briefs, except for like call your attention, but it's a good workout. It's a good workout. All right, let's do 110.
Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
Oops, that's not it. Well, at least I was able to remember some of it for a while. So far, so good. Let's see, 120. May have been. You did. I remember you mentioned that before. Man, what's going on with my... Ugh. May have been. All right, I'm going to see if I can work that in, Debbie. Again, I'm working off no notes, so far, it's been doing pretty well for me, so I'm going to keep this train going. May have been. Okay, I'm going to try to use that at 120. All right, take 5, 120. Here we go.
Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
Yeah, I blew that one out of my ass. I seem to do that whenever I get a new brief I'm trying to work in there. But I guess it's good to get the brief in there. So, with that logic, that may have been, I'm assuming this is may have, right? May have, or would it be this? No, that's may have been. Sorry, may have. May have. All right, because there was some that just may have, and then it wasn't been. So I just gotta may have been, may have seen. May have saw. I don't know. I'm going to try to figure that out. Let's see. I'm learning, Debbie. Slowly but surely, I'm learning. I can do it. Yeah, I am liking this setup. I'm just going to have to reconfigure some stuff so it's easier to set up, but it's working well. Working well. May have seen A to Z. Sweet. If I take this, let me make this big. Hold on a second. Then I take this. Put this right here. Oh, dang it all. Let me put this back where it belongs. All right. So that won't work. That won't work at all. Sorry. Just trying to figure things out as I go. Man, look at that thing. Looks like my mouse was having a seizure. All right. My right pointer. J-U, yeah, because the RB is right there. I guess it can work for anything, but with most time with the asterisk, it just seems like I use my my right pointer finger, the picker, my right picker, the picker and the flicker, picker and the flicker. Oh, With the bang switch. Pop, pop, pop. All right. Section 6, guys. Yeah, I know it's opposite for you guys, but I use the right, see, left, right. Yeah, I use the right one. All right, this doesn't look very opposite. With grabbing that, I guess, I mean, you can use the, on J, if you're doing the initial J, you can probably grab that, but my brain just uses the picker finger for everything. I don't know why. All right, section 6, 80 words per minute. Here we go.
You may be guided by the appearance and conduct of the witness or by the manner in which the witness testifies or by the character of the testimony given or by the evidence to the contrary of the testimony given. You have heard the testimony of the plaintiff who was previously convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year in jail and involving dishonesty. This prior conviction was put into evidence for the sole purpose of evaluating the plaintiff's credibility.
Okay, so there's a lot going on in that one. Let's take a look at it. A lot of it seems like there's gonna be a lot of let's see. So you may be. Is there a brief for that? Shooting that out there so I don't have to look it up. I think you maybe. I know Debbie's going to chime in here shortly. I'm stalling until that happens. You may be. You have. Well, I know you have. There's you have. UFPLG. That's you maybe. Oh, sorry. You maybe. Perfect. Thank you. And you have. I don't know. So there's who was. Oops, sorry. Who was. What was. What was. You was. Or who was. I'm sorry. Conviction. I'm using this. But I could. Ella, for which one? By the. Thank you. Oops. By the. Or is it with a D? Or are you just doing this? You maybe. Debbie just threw one out there. There you go. With a D. Okay. Oh, yeah. It's UFPLG. That's what Debbie's... without it is BIT. Okay. Let me see what pops up in here. Almost. This is you maybe for me, or what pops up in my search. And then also MAUB. And then you, the one that Debbie had. So those are different options. And then without it is just this, BIT, because obviously that's byte. So bit. Well, would you put an asterisk with that? By the. Okay. Before I get too confused on this one. Elle, how are you, by the way? Thanks for joining the stream today. Welcome. All right, let's do 90. There's a lot going on with that one.
You may be guided by the appearance and conduct of the witness or by the manner in which the witness testifies or by the character of the testimony given or by the evidence to the contrary of the testimony given. You have heard the testimony of the plaintiff who was previously convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year in jail and involving dishonesty. This prior conviction was put into evidence for the sole purpose of evaluating the plaintiff's credibility.
Man, this is a lot. There's a lot of words going on here. Yeah, okay. Got you. I thought you meant without it is BIT, like the brief for without it. And I'm gonna look at it, I'm like, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I would use this. Punishable. Thank you, Debbie. That's another one It wouldn't be you? Just out of curiosity. All right, let's do 100. Almost to the end here, folks. Here we go.
You may be guided by the appearance and conduct of the witness or by the manner in which the witness testifies or by the character of the testimony given or by the evidence to the contrary of the testimony given. You have heard the testimony of the plaintiff who was previously convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year in jail and involving dishonesty. This prior conviction was put into evidence for the sole purpose of evaluating the plaintiff's credibility.
All right. Oh, okay, got you. Hey, Missy, how are you? Welcome to the stream. All right, what's going to Quiction. Got it. Okay, I knew that there was a brief for that. Welcome. Awesome. Let's see here. 110. Buckle up. Here we go.
You may be guided by the appearance and conduct of the witness or by the manner in which the witness testifies or by the character of the testimony given or by the evidence to the contrary of the testimony given. You have heard the testimony of the plaintiff who was previously convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year in jail and involving dishonesty. This prior conviction was put into evidence for the sole purpose of evaluating the plaintiff's credibility.
So there's that. More than. Thank you, Deb. I seem to be blowing out all the breeze. I know it's going to get a lot faster. I need to start working on those a little better. But I am pretty proud of myself, not using notes or anything. So this is pretty good. Dishonesty. I think STKHOENS with the asterisk, which I have not been doing, but there it is. Dishonesty, because this would be dishonest. Oops, sorry. Now dishonest, dishonesty, dishonest, dishonesty. Just the asterisk changes it up. It flips it. But I have been, for some reason, I was writing it out. And that's not even the right. It's not in the right way anyway. Ignore me. Here, just do this. Dishonesty. Ignore me completely. So the camera I have has a ring light built into it, and it's on right now. I'm not sure if I like it or not. It's kind of annoying. Let me see. Doesn't really even make that much of a difference. None whatsoever. None so ever. All right. Where are we at? Before I get sidetracked again. Oh, 120. Here we go.
You may be guided by the appearance and conduct of the witness or by the manner in which the witness testifies or by the character of the testimony given or by the evidence to the contrary of the testimony given. You have heard the testimony of the plaintiff who was previously convicted of a crime punishable by more than 1 year in jail and involving dishonesty. This prior conviction was put into evidence for the sole purpose of evaluating the plaintiff's credibility.
I think that's purpose. Purpose. Jill, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I think that's purpose for me. Let me look, make sure. Okay. It is in there. Well, no, it wanted me to come back for the second stroke. But PRURP. Purpose. There you go. Yeah, evaluate. And then if you need, there's evaluate, evaluates, evaluating. I'm sorry, evaluating and evaluated. If you grab all those. Let's see. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Jill. Again, welcome to the stream. If you want to introduce yourself, if you're a student or an official or certified, and if you're a student, where you're at, what school, what speed, and all that fun stuff. Don't be shy. One big happy family here. All right. Man. Let's take a quick break. I'll come back and we'll do one my speed. We'll do one 5-minute take. And we'll throw down. Be right back.
Same coin. I always wanted something like this. A comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. Your fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Your fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. We don't fit in each other's life no more. We don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit. Is there something on your mind? You say that it's alright, but I can tell that's a lie. Never thought that it'd be like this. No, I can't stand the silence. Lately it's so hard to find. My fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit.
All right, cut that one a little short so we can get this over with. You're welcome, Stacy. You're welcome. You're welcome. I want to try a quick stream on Skype for my video podcast to make sure that works and see how that works. All right. We're going to do 5 minutes, 80 words per minute. Hey, Tanya, how are you? It's been a minute. All right, 5 minutes at 80 words per minute of all the stuff we just covered. Let me see, make sure it's right. So after this, you guys might see me pop on to my video podcast. It's Drink with Bink. I just want to test some stuff out real quick. I'm gonna make a quick thing for it to see if it works or not. So hopefully. All right. 5 minutes. Here we go.
Members of the jury, now that you have heard all of the evidence to be received in this trial and each of the arguments of counsel, it becomes my duty to give you the court's final instructions as to the law that is applicable to this case and which will guide you in your decisions. Counsel have quite properly referred to some of the applicable rules of law in their closing arguments to you. If, however, any difference appears to you between the law as stated by counsel and that as stated by the court in these instructions, you, of course, are to be governed by the instructions given to you by the court. You were chosen as jurors for this trial in order to evaluate all of the evidence received and to decide each of the factual questions presented by the allegations brought by the plaintiff and the denial of these allegations by the defendant. It is your duty to determine the facts, and in so doing, you must consider only the evidence I have admitted in the case. The term evidence includes the sworn testimony of the witnesses' sworn testimony read to you from depositions, the exhibits admitted in the record, and stipulated or admitted facts. A stipulation is a statement of fact agreed to between the parties, and you must regard stipulated facts as true. Remember that any statements, objections, or arguments made by the lawyers are not evidence in the case. The function of the lawyers is to point out those things that are most significant or most helpful to their side of the case, and in so doing, to call your attention to certain facts or inferences that might otherwise escape your notice. Unless you are otherwise instructed, the evidence in the case always consists of the sworn testimony of the witnesses, regardless of who may have called them. All exhibits received as evidence, regardless of who may have produced them, and all facts which may have been judicially noticed. You, as jurors, are the sole judges of the credibility of the witnesses and the weight their testimony deserves.
Nice. I felt super comfortable on that one. Super duper comfortable. Nicely done. All right. So we did all stuff. Jury charge. Feeling comfortable? I'm going to test later. Just not right now. I'm going to test later. I'm going to walk away, give myself a little breather, come back. Home run. Thank you all for showing up today. Thank you all for the follows. You guys are amazing. Stacey, thank you for the stars. You guys are freaking rad. I like it. I like it. All right, so tomorrow is Wednesday. It's normal time. Well, not normal time. 9 a.m. 9 to noon. We're going to hook it up. Back to morning time for my morning birds. So, it's going to be great. Back to the morning time. You guys are awesome. I keep repeating myself for some reason. Just trying to read something else. All right, you guys have a good day. Keep practicing. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Laters.
Used to like the same things, music, movies, outings. We were two sides of the same coin. I always wanted something like this, comfort in the silence, feeling alive in your smile. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. Fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, cause we just don't fit. Is there something on your mind? You say that it's alright, but I can tell that's a lie. Never thought that it'd be like this. No, I can't stand the silence. Lately it's so hard to find. And fingers interlocking, I can't understand how people grow apart while they're holding hands. And we don't fit in each other's life no more. And we don't fit, and the jagged edges hurt. It's hard to accept that we don't connect the way that we did before. And I'm afraid it'll only get worse if we force it, 'cause we just don't fit.